What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back. Today we're talking about our Azure January update. So let's get straight into it. We're jumping into January 2023, or out of January 2023, really. My name is Amber. Hello. And this here on the screen is Jana. And together we're bringing you our January updates for Salesforce, for Azure, and for AWS. And this one here today is for Azure. So let's get straight into it. We've got our usual kind of layout here where we're covering some snazzy news headlines and some new technical features that have come out or are coming out, and then some big events and dates for us to be aware of if you are in the ecosystem of Azure. So January news headlines. I've got three kind of biggish ones here. Azure invests in OpenAI, job cuts, classic time for this January 2023. No surprise at all. And then this kind of oddball one here about a new GPT-0 app, which I think is quite interesting, a bit of a wild card. So Azure invests in OpenAI. This has been all over everywhere. If you're in LinkedIn or you're part of this world at all, then you've probably heard about OpenAI and ChatGPT. And Microsoft is really getting in there, making sure that they're at the forefront of this. They're making a $10 billion investment over several years in OpenAI. And OpenAI has said that it uses Microsoft's cloud-based Azure to train all of its models. So they're really going for that kind of like affiliation, I would say. Azure will remain the exclusive cloud provider of OpenAI, and for $10 billion, I mean, who can blame them? The next one, 10,000 job cuts. Microsoft said on Wednesday. This is Wednesday kind of just been. So it's going to lay off 10,000 employees, 5% of its workforce. The company will take $1.2 billion charge on its earnings due out January 24, and the revenue growth is expected to slow as customers rein in cloud spending. So not looking too good for Azure. But there's a lot of layoffs going on at the moment, so it makes sense in this area. All right, GPT-0 app. This is a app that's come out in response to GPT, which is able to check if a piece of text has been written by AI or by a human. There's already been more than 6,000 teachers from Harvard and Yale and University of Rhode Island and a whole heap of others who have already signed up for this app. And it was just created, it seems quite casually, over the New Year's by a Princeton computer science major who is actually a Microsoft intern called Edward Tian. And I think it's a pretty cool app. I think that there's a lot of potential here, and we're probably going to see a lot more of these sorts of verifications. Is this written by AI? Is this written by human? And this seems like the first of many sort of tools in this space. Cool. All right, technical features, 3 awesome features that are new or are coming up as of January 2023. There's a new storage option, which is pretty cool. This is, and I'm going to pronounce this terribly, Cumulo. It's a product that provides a simple way to manage exabyte scale data anywhere, and you can now use this as part of the Azure service. Obviously, you can tell by the way I'm pronouncing it, I have not used this myself, but reading about it and looking into it, it does seem to be pretty valuable, and it's another option in the wide number of options that are in Azure for storage. So I think it's worth mentioning here. The Microsoft Responsible AI dashboard, again, with all this AI development, Microsoft seems to be really leaning into this really heavily. So this Responsible AI dashboard is meant to be able to evaluate machine learning models by identifying model errors, diagnosing reasons behind the errors, and mitigating issues arising from errors. So in terms of training AI, this is really meant to help give you an idea of when things are going wrong or how they can be fixed and how they can be solved. I think this is really interesting. I do think that Microsoft is very clearly stepping into this space in a really big way. And if you're interested in AI, then it seems like they've got a lot of cool tools coming out or on the way. So definitely check out the Azure suite. General availability of the Azure OpenAI service. This is again with their partnership with OpenAI. They've made this now generally available so businesses can apply for the most advanced AI models in the world. This includes GPT and a whole bunch of others, which is super exciting. And you can just use these all as part of the Azure service to create and innovate and improve your applications. So I think if there's anything we're taking out of these new features and the news headlines from Azure and Microsoft, it's that AI is front of mind for them in a really big way. They are investing some really big dollars into it, and we can already see the products starting to turn out. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. Are these products going to float? Are they going to sink? Are they going to do really well and just fly? We shall see, won't we? Key dates and events. Let's have a look. Some events coming up next month. These are all taken from the Microsoft website. So we have some virtual training days. These happen every month in all sorts of time zones. So I've just grabbed a kind of mix of time zones and events here. This one is a DevOps with GitHub. If you are interested in getting into the space, or if you're a bit new with DevOps, we see a lot of jobs going around DevOps at the moment, so this could be a really good day to get involved with. We've got an Azure training day, basic knowledge. If you're brand new, making a career switch perhaps, or just have no prior experience with cloud at all, then this is a fantastic training day that you can go to. And the final one, given all our talk of AI, I had to include it. We've got an AI fundamentals training day as well. And all of these are free. You can register for them all. If these times and days don't work for you, they're in the first week of February. Then you can find others for the second and the third and the fourth week of February. There's heaps out there, but this is just a little taster to get you excited. There's also these big Microsoft events coming up. Microsoft Ignite, which is for developers and IT professionals. This is happening in November 2023. So if you are a developer or you are in the real weeds of Microsoft and Azure, then the Ignite conference would probably be for you. Same with the Microsoft Build. This one is really for your software engineers and web developers. To be confirmed, the date for that. And same with the Microsoft Inspire. This is for the partner community. Date also to be confirmed. And that's it. Thank you so much for coming along. We're going to be doing these every month. There's just a little teaser into what's going on in the world of some of these cloud giants. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.